Welcome to my Spring 5 series of the NTK races. And on the start here, on the 251 is on the inside, and he's on the inside, and you want to get close. If you're on the outside, you want to stay close to them. And don't touch, and then coming for turn 1, don't hit anybody. But see the 109 hit the 251 up into my side pod, and then I got hit out, and that's what allowed 224 to get under me. Coming to turn 2, I was behind him, so I just stay behind. If you're behind someone, there's a track. It makes a big hole, and it's really nice because it just gets enough more speed than them, and you could just pass. Right here, I'm behind him, and coming through chicane, he goes a late turn, and he's turning a lot more than me, so that messes him up, but he has more top speed there, so he gets a little bit more there. That's what I thought, and then I have a better line there, so I can get under him, but he's probably going to squeeze me, but he didn't that time, so I had to go under him there, around, and then right here, 242 comes here, and he tried to go on the inside. I back off because we're free ride, and I just undercut him through the corner. And then he's behind there, and then he just tries to keep with me, but I just pull away. And then I hit the bump, so that messes me up. And then the 109 is who I'm gonna chase now. And the one in front of the 109 is the 252. And I missed my apex there, so that's a big mistake by me. And that cost me a little bit, like a couple tenths. And right there, I'm good. And then if you're behind someone and they mess up big, or you come in the corner and you think you're faster and you can get them coming out of the corner, you back off and then you catch back up to them and you could just pass them. Now coming down the straight, I get closer to them, and I go down for a faster line, and I go up all the way to the inside of Apex, and I go all the way out. And right here, I turn a little bit early, so that makes me slide, and then I cut down a little bit there, so I didn't flow out much. And then I turn back there, and you don't want to turn back, so that's in scrub speed. And then coming out of chicane, I held it too much to the left, so that messed me up. And then if you come in for 7 and you go to this track, or you come for a corner that's like a 90-degree angle corner, you really want to turn not so much, because if you turn too much, the back end might slide a little bit, so you don't want to do that. Turn 1 at this track with a bank corner, it's very smooth for that corner, and then turn 3, it's very sharp. It's a 100-degree angle corner, and you go around it, and then I'm catching up to the 109 here after a couple laps, and for 7 he slides a little bit and he goes too wide, and then I make a mistake too, so he makes a mistake, then I make a mistake, and he goes way too much there. He messes up so much, and right here I get good draft, just not close enough to pass yet. Coming for 1, he turns super late, and he keeps wobbling back and forth. So I could have passed there, but he just comes out, and then that's his line. He just rolls out, and then he goes wide there, the 109, and then for here, he gets a better run off than me, even when I'm in the draft. And coming to 7, he goes wide there and slides again, so that keeps me right in this bumper. And then coming into 8 and 9, he messes up a tiny bit, but I don't. And then I get a draft, and I go around him. Then somehow he spins a little bit, but he saves it, so that cost him a couple positions. And now I'm on my own, and I'm in second place, and the rest is just me driving, so yeah. If there's carts behind you. So if there's carts behind you when you're driving, and they're like right in your bumper, and there's two carts and they're pushing, and they try to pass you, and they try to bump you up, and tap you, you let them go. So come around the corner. If you're on the outside and they're on the inside, and you're still right next to them, over the corner, they're already gonna come up and maybe hit you. But that's not a good thing now. Never mind about that. So if you come to this tractor 2-8, you wanna brake not too early, because I just slid there as you saw. And if we go back about a couple seconds, not that much, we get to it. Like coming for here in 7, I missed my apex just a little bit, but coming to 8, I brake a little bit too late, and I just slide. See my wheel right there? It's just right there, just like bad, and that cost me. So right there, if I rerun just like a tiny bit, oh, it's hard. Like coming out at 8 here, right here, I turned a little bit early and I almost get on the grass there, but it's okay. I come down for just a couple speed, and then go all the way wide, all the way to the inside. It was a good corner. Right here, I go wide and turn. I missed my apex here, so that cost me too. Right here, it's okay, but I still slide a little bit. But coming from chicane, I hit that bump too much, the first bump, so that cost me like a couple tenths. If you want to see it again here, look how I just bounced too much, and then this one's clean. Coming to 7 here, I missed my apex just by a sliver, and I go on the rumbles. Don't really want to go on the rumbles, and I slide again right there. Not 7, but the next corner I will slide. Missed my apex. Not the best thing to do. Coming to 8, I did the same thing last lap. I slide. And right here, the same thing as last lap, just not as much. Then I go wide to the inside, and I slide tiny bit, so that cost me at least half a temp. And then I missed my apex there a little bit, and I'm going weaving back and forth. Right there is okay. Then coming to turn 7, that was a good corner, but not the best for me. That corner was good. That corner was good. I go wide again to the inside. That was a better corner. And turn 2 is baked too, so it helps you turn. And I turn right here and I slide too much, so that cost me at least a temp. And right there was good. Coming out, I do turn a little bit too much to the left, so that was my fault there. And then I slide and miss my apex so much there. I slide a tiny bit there, and I hit the bump, and that kind of cost me like 1 tenth or 2 tenths. And now coming to turn 1, I slide, but not really. It's kind of like a drift, but not costing me. Right here, I slide. It's not a good corner, and I hug too much to the inside. Now you can see them, they're not too far, and then brakes lock up, and I just spin. Like I braked, like I back a little bit. Like I braked, and then they wouldn't brake, and finally I put a little bit more pressure, and they literally just locked up. So that cost me a little bit there. Cost me 3 positions. Now I'm all wet, and it's not the best. So coming through there, I'm sliding because they're so slippery from the wet grass. And I go wide here, and I'm still sliding because they're wet. And then it's better right now. And then right here, slide again and again. And that was okay. Now I'm trying to catch up to the 242. Go wide here. This corner's okay. And I hit my apex, but turned a little bit too late. And I missed my apex there on turn 2. Turn 3, the slide, but I do hit my apex. And then now, the future chicane was good. And then turn 7, I missed my apex in that slide too. And there, hit the bump. I slide and I hit the bump, so that cost me a couple tenths, like half a second, like 5 tenths. And coming through one, I slide over there, so that cost me at least 1 tenth. And then coming through 3, I slide again and again and again. Right here, he makes a mistake, I think in 7. Yeah, he turns way too late and he slides. I slide a little bit too, but I was better for that corner than the 242. And I slide there, so that cost me a little bit. Now the flagger's waving, I think 2 to go. So I'm like a 10, 11 cart lengths away from the 242, and I hit my apex there, and he makes so much of a mistake in 3 that allows me to catch up like 5 or 6 cart lengths. And for chicane, I catch up to him a little bit. And for 7, he slides and I don't, and I have a good corner there, so I get close to him and I slide there, so that messed me up. But I'm pretty close. I'm 6 cart lengths or 5 cart lengths closer than I was last lap. So, last lap to go, right flag. So, I messed up a little bit in turn 2 here. I missed my apex. I'm like 2 cart lengths away from him. And I have a good corner there. So, I'm riding his bumper. You know what happens? He makes a mistake. And I'm in the draft now. So I'm at his bumper, right here, right now. He makes this huge mistake there, and that allows me to catch up. I'm so grateful for that. And I'm on his bumper, on his bumper, on his bumper, on his bumper. And then the cart keeps turning to that one side, so that made me go out. And I'm trying to get him here, but I just barely did not get the place. So thank you for watching, and thanks to all my sponsors. Bye.